Yeah, good evening, friends, and welcome to the session. We have a new setup today. And markets में अगर आपने अगर आज देखा होगा तो like the VIX was up, Nifty was up. Sometimes ahead of expiry क्या होता है market एक sudden spike देता है. And today was one such day that ahead of an expiry, which is tomorrow जो कल Nifty का expiry है, तो उसमें आज देखा गया कि put writing through the day it was on a continuous basis. So that's how markets are. We have to accept it. So let me share my screen. But if anybody followed trending Y, give me yes or a no. किसने कितने जन ने trending Y आज follow किया था? If you follow trending Y, then we would have got a very clear picture that right from 11 o'clock दिखा रहा था कि put में heavy writing हो रहा है. If there is a heavy writing in the put side, then market generally holds out. कल just look for the reverse. Sabaki, had you seen it? Shahabaki? Okay, I'll just share my screen and let's start. I'll wait for a few seconds. Let me read out the disclaimer. Yeah, had you seen that, Savaki? So I'll wait for your yes or a no. How many of you saw trending OI? Just give me that part. Yes, yes. So before we start, we are all regulars out there. So trending OI may, if I added Nifty today's ATM in 6 strikes above and below, just see this. Right from 11 of 10:45, there was a spiraling put writing going on till I think 3 o'clock that spike came. See, market में अगर crossover call और put में trending OI में put में ज़्यादा writing हो रहा है, that day remember market will keep on climbing up, that too ahead of expiry. So these are the small thing आपको भूलना नहीं है, ये सब लेके आपको चलना है. मार्केट इज अलोंग विद प्राइस एक्शन. जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ, आप अगर डे ट्रेडर हो, शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडर हो, इंट्राडे हो, या 11:24 इट वाज देयर. लेट मी चेक एग्जैक्ट. नो, इट वाज एट 10:36. 10:36. You can't ignore the sentiments and the OI part. If you are ignoring this, then it आपके लिए बहुत टफ होगा डे ट्रेडिंग. बहुत टफ होगा. आप बोलते हैं ना स्टॉप लॉस ट्रिगर होता है, ये बिकॉज इज नॉट अ लॉजिकल थॉट प्रोसेस. जब तक ओआई, ट्रेंडिंग ओआई और ऑप्शन चार्ट को इंटीग्रेट नहीं किया आपने अपने इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग में, इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग विल बी टफ रहेगा. So before we start the session, let me read out the disclaimer. The disclaimer is for educational and informational purpose only and does not constitute financial advice. So on that note, let's start the session. कि आज हमारा इंडेक्स क्या लग रहा है, सपोर्ट का है, रेजिस्टेंस का, ओआई क्या बता रहा है, एंड लेट्स नेविगेट द मार्केट्स. चलते. सो एवरीबडी हैज रेकमेंडेड मी कि आप इंग्लिश रखो, तो बीच बीच में इंग्लिश में दोनों बोलता रहूंगा. इज इट ओके एवरीबडी? बिकॉज वी हैव ट्रेडर्स फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर इंडिया. In 3 minutes, Shabaki. Okay. Plus, if anybody followed our tips and tricks which we have, you must have noticed the VWAP crossover along with your this thing, VWAP plus super trend. Okay, English is fine. Shahbaki says, but figure yeah, number even I don't know how to pronounce in Hindi. Like मैं हिंदी बोल सकता हूँ, but गणित जो बोलते हैं ना numbers, I don't know difference between that. So that numbers, yeah, definitely will speak in English. Okay, so let's start. So the platform which I'm using is Stocko Incred Money, and in that I'm using the trading view. देखिए आज हम start कर रहे हैं with VIX. Very confusing to me also, which says that VIX was up and Nifty was also. How many of you are also confused with this? Because you see, Nifty and VIX are inversely related, but sometimes what happens ahead of expiry, there is something called a response lag time. Nothing moves tick by tick, minute by minute. Sometimes there is a lag. So I would call it a response lag time. VIX was up, Nifty was up. Let's see tomorrow what happens to the index. Nanavati ji says yes, Nanavati ji was confused. but our OI, our trending OI guided us. So now we are at a stage जहाँ पे आपका yeah, VIX is volatility, Greeks is also volatility, fine. So don't confuse between both. So let's go into the session. So yeah, so VIX क्या है शबाकी? VIX is also volatility ना. One is your IV, which is implied. I would put VIX in the category of like historic. Got it, Shabaki? That's IV, na? Okay. So VIX is now at a very crucial level, which is at this high. Will VIX breaks this high? Does it look like an inverse head and shoulder on VIX? Will VIX give us a breakout? It looks so. Let's wait. But at the same time, till VIX is not giving a breakout, let's हम लोग VIX का एक compact range निकालना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे. And VIX for the last, अभी मैं पुराना हटा देता हूँ. VIX for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days is in a very tight range. Now everybody got it. इतना टाइट रेंज अगर विक्स में मुझे दिख रहा है, दैट मीन्स ये मार्केट दिखा रहा है कि चलो इंट्राडे जो सी मार्केट गैप डाउन रिकवर्ड, इफ यू सी ऑन अ लाइन चार्ट इट्स स्टिल फ्लैट, which means all the volatility is restricted to intraday and gap up gap down opening. End of the day the line is coming to more or less flat plus or minus 50-100 points, which is बहुत accepted है given the current market condition. Now if VIX is going to break this high, then we might see Nifty filling the gap. So just keep a watch on this. Expiry days 1 or 2 days, इसको हम बोलते हैं कि रिस्पॉन्स लैग टाइम, एक आध दिन प्लस और माइनस हो जाता है. सो प्लीज बेयर विद दैट. फॉर दैट वी हैव अ ट्रेंडिंग OI. So that's VIX right now for us, which says wait for a breakout of this range. If that happens, probably we might see softening. Nifty में थोड़ी नरमी फिर से दिखेगी. आज गैप डाउन के बाद जो रिकवरी था मेरे लिए भी सरप्राइज था, बिकॉज VIX को मैं throughout the day intraday charts पे देखता हूँ. So if you notice, post a gap up opening, VIX declined. This was the time your IV spiked up. Getting it? That जो spike आया था current. So that's how the sorry this one. So that's how the markets are. VIX एक दिन अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि you got confused, is absolutely fine. No trader is right 100% of the time, but we follow our rules. इसके बाद हम जाते हैं निफ्टी पे. Let's go and have a look at Nifty. If I go and have a look at Nifty, that means still my unfinished agenda is there, which is ये जो gap है. Okay, the platform, yeah, I'm using is the Stocko Incred Money. See, market came as close to this gap. कल के लो के आसपास से आया. But I will not forget one thing कि अभी यहाँ पे जो high है, this is, you can call it a shooting star, but location is not correct, which means shooting star comes at a subsequent high. अभी यहाँ पे मैं 50 दिन का एवरेज डालता हूँ. Still we are not above 50. Remember that. बीच बीच में spikes आएगी and volatility will come in. As a trader, you have to live in an era of volatility. So on previous कितने occasion में हम लोगों ने देखा है कि market 50 के ऊपर जाके fizzle out हुआ. Now let's see tomorrow, is market going to cross this gap and 50? बहुत मार्जिन ऑफ ये कम है, मैं ये गैप ले लेता हूँ. ये गैप आपका आ रहा है 23,800. मैं 23,800 पे लाइन डाल देता हूँ. ओके, नाउ दैट इज द गैप ओवर हियर. वेयर इज योर मूविंग एवरेज? 23,768. सो मैं लिखते जा रहा हूँ. दिस इज कॉल्ड कॉन्फ्लुएंस गैप. Then we have 50 DMA, 50 दिन का एवरेज कहाँ पे है? 23,768. 23,768. एंड लास्ट हाई भी हम जो देखे वो समवेयर अराउंड द सेम लेवल है. So this is the confluence yesterday between 23,768 and 23,800, which is I think 150 points from the current level, which is going to be the strong resistance for the markets. अभी मैं resistance के लिए यहीं रुकूंगा, इससे ऊपर नहीं देखूंगा. That will you'll have to pick up if there's a breakout. Expiry days है, क्या spikes आ सकती है वो आपको देखना है. Everybody clear about so far? देखिए इंट्राडे स्पाइक्स को आप रिवर्सल मत समझो सर, अभी भी ट्रेंड इज डाउन विद अ सीक्वेंस ऑफ लोअर हाइज एंड लोअर लोज. यहाँ पे भी सेम हुआ था. कैन यू सी मार्केट डिप डाउन फ्रॉम एक बेयरिश फ्लैग, it again tried to scale up and ultimately came down. So we are into this stage of the market right now, remember that. So 50-day whipsaw करके नीचे आ रहा market till we don't see a sequence of higher lows and higher highs, जो कि classical Dow approach of trend reversal. Any rise from the lows we will consider it as a bounce or a pullback rally. इसको हम reversal नहीं मानेंगे. So that's Nifty for us. Now we can go to Bank Nifty. This is Bank Nifty. देखिए बैंक निफ्टी मोर और लेस, देखिए गैप जब भी बढ़ता है मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ गैप पे ध्यान दो. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू रिमेंबर, अगर गैप पे ध्यान नहीं दिया तो इस तरह के मूव्स मिस हो जाएंगे. टुडे लेट्स सी द मार्केट ओपन and what happened, exact nifty का gap भरा. Did you all see this? How many of you observed this? Give me a yes. Let me see कितने जन ने ये देखा था. I'll wait for your yes or no. Day trader says yes. Shahki says yes. Shahki, is it your correct name or you want me to address you by some other name because you are regular? So yes, gap you have to pay focus attention. जिस दिन आपने gap देखना छोड़ दिया ना, you will be in a big trouble, trust me. Kirti, you are a horrible trader. Kirti is saying in the message he missed this gap. How can you miss something which is so vital to you, important to your trading? This gap we are talking about for the last 10-15 days. So the gap has been closed completely in Bank Nifty, still open in Nifty. बट द सीक्वेंस ऑफ लोअर हाइज एंड लोअर लोज अभी भी इंटैक्ट है, उसमें कोई भी चेंज नहीं हुआ है. देयर इज नो चेंज इन द सीक्वेंस ऑफ लोअर हाइज एंड लोअर लोज. सो स्पाइक्स डू कम्स, पुल बैक्स आते रहते हैं, बट मैं चैनल नहीं छोड़ूंगा. आई विल स्टिक टू दिस चैनल. नाउ माय चैनल इज क्लियरली डिफाइंड. Within this channel, let's see whether market is breaking today's low or not. आज का जो कैंडल जो दिख रहा है हमें, that's called a hammer. But hammer as a candle needs confirmation चाहिए उसको. Just a candle seeing it on a price chart is not a reversal. Every candle needs a confirmation. So we will wait for a confirmation. Or if it now if you want we can draw channels. This 50 days way up here. मैं एक आध दिन में इतना ऊपर मार्केट 55,000 नहीं देख रहा हूँ. So I'll remove it. इसको हम 20 करते हैं. Let's make this average as a 20. So if I make it as a 20, it's way up. So average might not come into play in Bank Nifty. अभी ये चैनल के साथ अगर मैं नया एक चैनल बनाता हूँ, which is this small one, which is quite valid because I have 2 touch point on the upside, 2 touch point on the downside. So now this is the channel which we are going to follow on Bank Nifty. Let's see whether we are breaking the channels like we did earlier. जैसे पहले हम लोगों ने चैनल ब्रेक करते तो क्या होता है, एक आध दिन का जोर से स्पाइक आ जाता है. But right now we can't conclude that. Okay, अभी नहीं बोल सकते. So this is the channel in both the channels. So make sure you follow these channels. बहुत बार क्या ऐसा एक दिन का स्पाइक में हमको ऐसा लगता है कि मार्केट घूम गया. सर ऐसा नहीं रहता है. 50 दिन के ऊपर मैं मार्केट को घुमा हुआ नहीं मानूंगा. इट्स बाउंस, पुल बैक और काउंटर ट्रेड मूव, नथिंग मोर देन दैट. एवरीबॉडी कॉपी दैट. गिव मी आइदर अ यस और अ नो. सबने कॉपी किया. अभी यहाँ पे आपको और एक चीज देखनी है. जैसे इस तरह का चैनल ब्रेकआउट आया था और मार्केट ऊपर गया था. सी ब्रेकआउट के साथ आपको ट्रेंडिंग ओआई में भी क्रॉसओवर चाहिए, अदरवाइज दोस ब्रेकआउट्स मे नॉट सस्टेन. So daily after doing this much, come to the markets, go to Insta options, go to trending OI, and in trending OI, see the sentiment. Is it above zero line? Or if this crossover is there? अगर ये crossover है, which means the red line is put and the green line जो है वो call है. If there is more put writing going on continuously throughout the day and the call is below the this thing on the downside, or ये sentiment, ये देखिए sentiment, this is a zero line. If that's a positive, which means bounce pullback रहेगा. So कल let's see whether it's a continuation or इसका reversal होगा कल. Everybody will able to pick it up. See, there are lots of things we can plan market खुलने से पहले, but there are lots of things we have to plan from the this thing trades after market open based on open interest situation. Everybody getting it? Give me either a yes or a no, friends. बहुत चीज हमें मार्केट में देखने में थी. मार्केट खुलने से पहले we can have a broader plan. We can have our levels, we can see what study to watch, but that exact moment कहाँ से स्पाइक आएगा, कहाँ से रिवर्सल्स आएगा, जब तक आप आदत नहीं डालोगे ट्रेंडिंग वाई देखने का और ऑप्शन चार्ट्स, इट्स नॉट, आप पिकअप नहीं कर सकोगे. ठीक है, ब्रेकआउट में कभी कभी यू माइट मेक मनी, बट यू नीड डेटा पॉइंट्स फॉर अ कंसिस्टेंसी. अनदर थिंग आई वांट टू शो यू टुडे इज दिस पार्ट. देखिए मार्केट आज, मैं अभी निफ्टी पे जा रहा हूँ, ये आपको कल भी देखना है. जब भी निफ्टी सपोर्ट पे आता है, हमने क्या देखा था उस दिन, जब भी निफ्टी सपोर्ट पे आता है, आपको एक चीज देखना है. सपोर्ट मतलब कोई भी एक प्रोमिनेंट लो. मान लीजिए मैं अभी 15 मिनट चार्ट्स पे चला जा रहा हूँ, या आई एम एक्सीडिंग द टाइम बाय 1 मिनट, इट्स ओके. देखिए अब मान लो मार्केट गैप डाउन खुला, दिस पे अटेंशन, यहाँ पे थोड़ा नीचे तक आया, ये लो सपोर्ट. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू अग्री दिस लो वाज अ सपोर्ट? ऐसा नहीं, अभी दिख रहा है. assuming before the market, which is 23,275. So I'll take 23,300. जब मार्केट खुला, ऑप्शन चार्ट आप देख लो, 23,300 की स्ट्राइक प्राइस क्या दिखा रहा था? 23,300 पर मार्केट गैप डाउन. कहीं पे भी आपको क्रॉसओवर दिखा कॉल पुट में? एनीबडी? So when market gap down 23,300 strike price में, the put sellers were intact. Getting it everybody? Clarity आ रहा अभी सबको? Either give me a yes or a no. So जब भी कोई important levels आता है ना friends, ये stock को increment money insta option is for you. You go and check the option charts of that particular strike price. If there is no crossover, that means that support is being respected and put writers are active selling puts. How many of you watched this today? Kirti, you watched this? Sarita, you watched this today? CA Sarita, you watched this today? और जैसे मार्केट देखिए आपका रेजिस्टेंस पे आ रहा था. Let's say first resistance was this opening high, which is 23,475. So 23,500. मैं यहाँ पे 23,500 कर रहा हूँ. So what did it show? A crossover at 1128. That's why it was, that high was taken out. Now, are you understanding how important your option charts are from the point of crossover? इसी से आपको short covering पता चलेगा, कि शॉर्ट बिल्डअप पता चलेगा, कि कवरिंग आ रहा है कि नहीं. 11:28 पे यहाँ पे सिग्नल आ गया था. सरिता, नाउ यू आर गेटिंग इट? नानावटी जी सेज मी yes. So that's all from my side today, friends. Thanks and have a nice day. We'll again meet tomorrow at 8:45 for the micro plan. But yes, today these are very rare in which there is a big move in Nifty from the day's low, and both Wix and Nifty showed the same sort of a candle. So let's एक दिन और देते. You can't have both going together. One has to reverse. So let's see. Let's give it one. एक आध दिन देते. So Sarita, try to fine tune all these things, right? And all the participants who have joined it for the first time, make sure you go to our YouTube channel in the video section and watch that 1 hour recording which I have done on open interest, sentiments, and trending OI. That has to be your base for day trading. You can't day trade without your base in options of a very high level of understanding. Sarita says, sir, I bought 23,500 call at 12 p.m. but then the premium was depleting. See, same day expiry, theta hit आता है, IVs रहता है. See, when don't try to do a zero to hero sort of a trades, uh, but Sarita, next time try to buy time if you are a buyer. If you know tomorrow there's an expiry, up next week options में चले जाओ. See, as a buyer, you need time. As a speculator, you want those gamma blast and all those things, which I don't understand, honestly speaking. I don't have such high skill sets. कि 10 वाला 50 हो जाएगा कैसे करना हो गया तो हो गया. Those are all lotteries, right? So Sarita, next time make sure if you're a buyer of call and a put, make sure you have a decent time for yourself. If expiry एक दो दिन के बाद है, तो आप next week expiry में चले जाओ. Sarita, do you copy? Give me a yes. Go to next week expiry. So before I end, I'll read out the disclaimer. This is for educational and informational purpose only and does not constitute financial advice. So that's all from my side, friends. Thanks and have a nice day, everybody. We'll again meet tomorrow at 8:45 in the morning.